KPRC2 Investigates is launching a new season of our hit docuseries, The Evidence Room, which streams exclusively on KPRC2 Plus. It is a show that looks at some of the Houston area's most notorious crimes and convictions in an entirely new light. And season 2 premieres tonight at 6:30. Here to tell us about the first episode is KPRC2 investigative reporter Jason Wen. Jason, all right, let's start with how The Evidence Room even began. Take us back.
Yes, Sophia, so you weren't here at the time. So we deal with a lot of crime, and we get to look at it from a different perspective because we analyze a lot of the data and the stuff that comes about. Fortunately for us, we got a chance to actually go into the Harris County archives and look at a lot of the evidence, like DNA, the criminal murder weapons, just the confession tapes alone, and a lot of that stuff, prosecutors, lawyers they all use it to go to trial, no matter what side you're on, and sometimes people look back at that evidence. And that is the stuff that we got to take a look at and bring to what we now call the evidence.
And that is just so incredible to be able to have access to that. I mean, a lot of investigators and investigative reporters can go back and actually say, sometimes they come up with evidence that may not have been caught by prosecutors or the defense.
Exactly, because technology has grown so much. I mean, even touch DNA that.
I know.
So it's a lot. So now that they can go back, solve some of these crimes, it's an interesting thing. So that's why we're looking at a lot of these cases that some people, they're still on death row for.
Yeah. Jason, so where does this new season start? Where exactly can viewers and myself, when we tune in, what story are we going to be looking at?
So we're starting the Evidence Room Season 2, Episode 1 with Ronald Haskell. Now, this all kind of starts with Cassidy Stay. She is a 15-year-old girl at the time who makes a phone call to dispatch talking about how her whole family was just murdered. Mm-hmm. And, for her at the time, this is a smart girl because she knew to play dead at the time till her uncle left. And when she makes this call, she says, "It was my Uncle Ronnie."
I remember this story. It is so heart-wrenching to know that this little girl went through that. I remember hearing it. We responded to that breaking news story, and she was also shot. And she witnessed and heard her family, who was shot as well. Just heart-wrenching. And such a smart girl, like you said, to be able to think, hey, I need to identify. I know who this is, but I know I'm not safe, and I'm going to wait until I can get out of here.
And Sophia, I've been doing this a long time, all over the country. Listening to that 911 tape, it broke me.
And this is what we need to do to be able to shed light on these cases and bring the people to justice, right? That's what the families need. So tell us, Jason, why was Haskell there?
Well,
Back to the story.
Yeah, Haskell was there. I mean, he's from Logan, Utah. I used to work in Salt Lake City. It wasn't too far away from Logan. Beautiful area. And Ronald Haskell just recently got divorced, and he was looking for his wife and kids. He went to California originally, where he beat and bound his mom according to court records, then came here to the Stay family home, who's related to his ex-wife, looking for his ex-wife. And that's when mom and dad came home because the kids were there. He was wearing a FedEx uniform that he used to work for the company, and just disguised himself and kind of made his way in.
Do we know where the parents were at that point too? Because they weren't home just yet?
They weren't home, and they were called back to the house, and that's kind of where the whole ordeal unfolded. And then he took their car to go to the grandmother's house, and that's when police caught up with him.
Police caught up with them. I do remember this. There was a standoff at that point because they did catch up with Ron Haskell. And how long did that?
It was roughly 3 hours, and we have video of him. He's on the phone with the negotiators. There were 3 of them at the time, and he kept telling the negotiators he wouldn't get out of the car till he talked to his brother. His brother was the chief of police in Alaska at some point, so he kept asking for that. And at one point, he clearly knew exactly his surroundings, because he started talking about a sniper and how the sniper didn't have a shot. And we have part of that conversation.
Did you tell your sniper on the roof he's not got a very good shot on you there?
I'm not in charge of him.
Well, his scope may clear the light bar, but that bullet ain't gonna clear it.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not worried about the sniper and the shot that he's got. So he's just there as a backup. He's not there to do it to pull that trigger unless there's a problem. Okay. And you and I can keep it to where there's not a problem. Okay.
So there's a lot there, and obviously there's a big trial that happens afterward, and our own Brandon Walker was there from gavel to gavel, and you'll hear him talking about the case tonight in the Evidence Room, Season 2, Episode 1.
Thank you so much, Jason, for sharing all of that. It premieres tonight at 6:30 p.m. exclusively on the KPRC 2 Plus live stream. Hey, just watch it by downloading KPRC 2 Plus app on your smart TV or streaming device, and now on our new mobile app.